Hey everybody, hope you're doing great. It's been a little while. Terry B coming back at you with another TTM Tuesday video. So obviously the pandemic has changed a lot of things, as well as the recent postal service cuts. So TTMs are kind of hit and miss. A lot of folks aren't really, doing TTMs at the moment. I've seen a lot of delays for folks who were normally like really religious signers, and then in addition to the fact that stuff's just seemingly taking forever throughout the postal service. So I may have another TTM video here soon. I've definitely got more stuff to send out. As to how quickly they return, we'll see what happens. But without further ado, let's get into this. I've got 5 returns. I want to hit 2 special cards back here, but let's get rolling. So first off, we've got a 53-day return. And our first return is going to be Mr. Bill Dillman. So if you remember some prior videos, I sent out a bunch of these Memorial Stadium kind of memory card set. Bill was one of the ones I had sent out. So let's take a look. Did sign the index card, as you can see here. Really clean signature on the card itself. Let me set the index card off to the side. We'll take a look at the card. So there's the auto. Career-wise, not a super long career. 67 with the Orioles was the majority of his career. So you can see in 67, 32 games, 5 wins, 9 losses, 69 strikeouts, 33 walks, an ERA of 4.35. Beyond that, only pitched another 18 games, won 2 more, lost 3. So definitely the best years in 67. And you can see the rest of the career stats there. So Mr. Bill Dillman was our first TTM return. Next up is a 34-day return. Nothing on the index. And our return is former Blue Jays top prospect Jose Silva. So let me zoom in on the auto there. So if you're wondering, since I typically TTM Orioles, why is there a Jose Silva here? So my minor league team changed hands in 92, 93. Sounds right. From an Orioles organization over to the Toronto Blue Jays. So I did watch Jose Silva and some of the Blue Jays top prospects like DJ Boston, Shannon Stewart. I'm going to miss a bunch of other names that came through at that time. So I have picked up a couple of these guys who I saw play. I'm getting ready to send a few more out for TTMs, but Jose Silva is our return there. You can see this card, 95, Dunedin, which was a Canadian team, I believe Ontario, as well as Knoxville, Tennessee. So split time there. A little bit about Jose Silva. Currently 46 years old. In 1991, he was a 6th-round pick for the Blue Jays out of high school. He debuted 5 years later in 1996. He has a WAR of basically even. He's almost a -1, -0.9. Career-wise, 25 wins, 28 losses, ERA of 5.41, so pretty much a break-even pitcher, and the WAR reflects that. As far as where he played, 96 with the Blue Jays, 97 through 01 for the Pirates, 2002 with Cincinnati Reds. His best season was in 2000, where he was an 11-game winner. So Jose Silva, a nice 92 upper deck, 95 upper deck minor league. Cool. All right, what do we got next? So next up's a 23-day return. You can see from the back of the card that Hanser Alberto, who is a current Orioles second baseman. I TTM'd him early on in spring training, and he replied back, so I figured why not give it a shot with these guys with basically nothing to do as they're sitting at their home ballparks and kind of like this weird fanless season. So got a Gypsy Queen. Also had, I believe this is this year's opening day, and that one's smudged, which is unfortunate. These cards are tough. I mean, with the gloss, I do try to prep them a little bit, but it actually looks like he stuck his finger across the card itself. No worries. I did have 2 from spring training. The Gypsy Queen turned out really nice. A little ding on the corner just from shipping, but it is what it is. But Hanser Alberto, who's raking again this year for the O's. I really want a stat line. So last year, he was a 305 first pitch hitter. First every day. Yeah, sorry. So his first year to bat every day, he hit 305, which is actually good for 8th in the NL. Or AL. Man, I cannot talk today. Sorry about that. So we actually look at last year's stats. So 139 games, 524 bats, good for 160 hits, 21 doubles, 2 triples, 12 home runs, 51 RBIs. So had a great year once he finally got a chance to actually play almost every day. So Hanser Alberto. So if you're O's fans, Alberto's was great last year, looking good so far this year. That's the second time I've got him to sign, so send everything to Camden Yards and give it a shot. Next up, 11-day return. Okay, I remember these. So I was kind of going through some vintage stuff, seeing who signs. So again, I'm kind of branching on beyond my Orioles usual TTMs. So Dennis Mankey is our next TTM. And this card is a nice 64 tops. So you've got Mankey back then with the Milwaukee Braves. So there's the index. Set that off to the side. Let's tell you a little bit about Dennis. He's currently 80 years old. He debuted in 1962 at 21 years of age, a two-time All-Star in 1969, 1970. He had a career WAR of 28.1. About 5,100 at bats, not quite 1,300 hits, 101 home runs, batting average of 250. Let's see, as far as where he played, 62 to 67 with the Braves, which took him from Milwaukee to Atlanta. 68 through 71 with Houston. So his all-star years were with Houston. 72 to 73 with Cincinnati, 74 back in Houston. So really cool looking card. As far as the card itself, it actually still looks pretty good for a vintage. There's a quick look at the auto there. All right, and our last TTM is a 13-day return, and this is pretty thick. Let's see what's in here. So there's the index, which is not signed. So we've got a religious pamphlet here. We'll take a look at that in a second. I open these and then forget what they are. So let's take a look. So we've got Bobby Richardson. Again, just kind of going through some older stuff. So another 64 tops. And you can see, in addition to the tract, he noted, you saw the tract was a Mickey Mantle final inning. Just said, Terry, Mantle was my teammate my whole career, 55 to 66. And he signed it there with his... Oh, yeah, sorry. I was trying to figure that out, but it does say Bobby. It's kind of looks a little bit different from here, but either way, no worries. So that's pretty cool. So a Mickey Mantle tract autographed by Bobby Richardson. And he did inscribe, and I guess he just does this. I didn't know a whole lot about Bobby Richardson. I just saw he TTM'd, so I kicked this out. It's a 1960 World Series MVP. So this is pretty cool because it did cause me to do a little bit of homework. This is definitely before my time. But a little bit about Bobby Richardson. He is currently 85 years old. He debuted in 1955 at 19 years old. He has a very, very decorated career. 8-time All-Star, 3-time World Series winner, 5-time Gold Glove winner, the 1960 World Series MVP. That 60 World Series is pretty interesting, and I'll hit a couple things on that here in a second. Career, he had a wins above replacement of 8.1. He had not quite 5,400 at bats, 1,432 hits, 34 homers, a batting average career 266. A little bit about that 60 World Series. He was the only World Series MVP, and I believe this is still true today, the only World Series MVP to be selected from the losing team. They did lose in a Game 7 walk-off 9th inning home run, which I believe to this day is still the only winner-take-all home run that clinched a World Series. I could be wrong. In that World Series, he hit I believe, looks like 367 with 12 RBIs. So an amazing year. He went on in 61, 62 to win the next two World Series. He was a teammate not only with Mantle but with Maris, some of those great 60s Yankees teams. And I noticed, I think it was a 62 World Series. He made probably one of the best catches to clinch a World Series that I've ever seen. I think Sports Illustrated had it like number 19 of their top World Series plays or something like that. So if you get a chance, check out the way the 62 World Series ended, and you'll see the diving stop that he made. But Bobby Richardson is our final TTM, so that's really cool. So like I said, I've got probably 15 to 20 more just vintage that the guys TTM, so I'm going to send out, and we'll see what happens. So I did mention there were a couple of cards I wanted to hit just real quick. Was in a break with Classic Pack Breaks, those guys, a while back ago, and I got into an archives break. So I'm going to give an old name, and the only reason I'm really showing this is because TTMs are typically older players, so some folks may appreciate this. So for those of you that remember Andrew Jones from the Braves, it is a 1/1. So Andrew Jones, 2005 Home Run Derby auto out of 2020 archives. So I think it's only the second 1/1 that I've ever gotten, and both have been pulled by other breakers. So I just thought Andrew Jones, had a couple really good seasons and then just kind of faded away. I'm not sure if it's injuries or what it was, but just thought it was really cool. I wanted to show that also. Andrew Jones. The next card is my new favorite rookie card. You will not find it in any release except this one. So after a very different Little League season, my son finally made it through his first season of T-ball. So I felt as though he deserved a one-touch, and this will stay in a one-touch, probably with every other one that I get for as long as he plays. So just a proud parent moment to make it through the adversity and to actually have a season. I got roped into coaching entirely unexpectedly, and at first, it was hurting cats and quite a lot of headaches out of it. But by the end, I think the kids had a great time. We were able to make it as fun as we could, given everything going on. So just wanted to share that through it all, we're watching pro sports. The kids are getting a chance to play. So hang in there, everybody. Stay safe, and hopefully before long this will all be over and we'll be back to normal. So that said, take care, everybody. Stay safe. Have a good one, and I'll come back with the next TTM video as soon as I get some more returns. Thanks.